She has also traveled to Nepal, Bhutan, many other states of India, and of course, she is traveling to USA currently, as you know. So we are very fortunate to have Samani Kshanti Pragyaji here. Samani ji, Nami Samani ji.
Om Ring Namo Arhantanam. Om Ring Namo Siddhanam. Om Ring Namo Ayaryanam. Om Ring Namo Vachayanam. Om Ring Namo Lui Savvasahunam. Eso Panchana Mukkaro Savvapavapranasano Mangalaram Chisavisim Paramam Havai Mangalam Paramam Havai Mangalam. आराध्य देव के चरणों में वंदना, परम पूज्य गुरुदेव के चरणों में वंदना, and young generation of this world. Today's my topic is set yourself free. So you can say or ask me that we are free. I am free. Why are you saying that set yourself free? But I want to ask, are you really are you free? Or you need to set yourself free? What's the reality? Questions. I want to, before moving on to my topic for today, I have two basic questions for all of you. And I want, if you have done this in your life, please raise your hands. Okay? Please raise your hands. So I'll show some situations and my questions. Mainly two basic questions are there. First question is, how many of you has said sorry in life? Just raise your hand. I don't want to ask anything. Whom you had said or why. No. Just raise your hand. Just raise. If you have said sorry in your life. Only 3 participants. Others have never said sorry. Yeah. The question is, how many of you have said sorry in your life? Have you said sorry to anyone in your life? Anytime? Fast. Yeah, if you can, even either you can raise your hands or either you can send on chat, yes or no. I have said sorry many times. I can count. Have you said? I think so many of you are not replying, but This is the most important question. And whoever is raising hands or saying yes, please pat your back on the back. You will think why, but I will say, please pat yourself on the back. Excellent. Excellent job. Before we say anybody sorry, we need a lot of courage. Without that courage, we can't say sorry. Right? Without courage, without that patience and that without respect for others, we can't say sorry. So it takes also strong determination. So say sorry pat yourself on back. Now moving on the next question. I have some situations for you. If anyone trying to cheat you, or is trying to kill you, what will you do? If you have trusted on anyone and if he or she, your friends, that broke your trust, what will you do? If anyone deserted your life, what will you do with him or her? If any of your friends or any your partner left alone you, he or she promised you that he or she will be always with you, but he left alone. You are alone now. What will you do? If any of your business partner cheated you, what will you do? If any person is pointing out you, there is no fault. You didn't have done anything, but he's pointing you that you have done this, and what will you do with it? What will you feel? And any person is being angry with you unnecessarily, and he is in that anger, he harmed you. What will you do with him? At your school or at your college, some of your classmates or your schoolmates, college mates, they started to tease you. What will you do? If any person want to kill or broke your heart, what will you do? Or any person is doing attack on you from backside. On your mouth, they are very nice to you, but from backside, they are always try to cut you, harm you. What will you do? What would you want to do on all these circumstances? Just think, would you forgive? Would you forgive? and choose from these 5 options. Yes, easily it wouldn't bother me. Maybe after a while when I got over it, or they would have to say sorry first. But if only they made it up to me, or he is unforgivable. What will you do? So this is a second question, really. How many of you has forgiven a person even though a person hasn't asked you sorry? I don't want to raise your hands. But just think. How many of you has? How many times we can do this? Can we do it? How many times? Yes or no? Ask yourself and just think. Because you can think that the topic is set yourself free. But yeah, without forgiveness, you can't set yourself free. So have you forgiven or not? Yes or no? If no, so we can say it's, in fact, these are not the solutions. If you think that I will fight with them, I will kill them, I will punish them. No, this is not solution. It's endless struggle, right? It's endless struggle. Only forgiveness is the solution, and forgiveness only can make us set us free, ourselves free. But generally, what we do, we bind ourselves with that particular thing, that I will never forgive them. Maybe that person forget that thing, that what he or she did, but we are not forgiving them, and that because of that something is like grudges are there. But suppose if you say that, suppose you have truly forgiven you. If you have truly forgiven, the next, I want to ask many questions today only. Do you get a positive feeling on thinking about the person who has harmed or hurted you? So this will be interactive session. I think you should interact if you feel free. Have you forgiven anyone in your life, even if that person don't say you sorry? First question is that yes or no? And if you have forgiven, then ask yourself, do you get a positive feeling on seeing or thinking about the person who has harmed or hurted you? Anyone can say? Can reply in chat. How are you feeling? I think with everybody this happens. Each and every person it happens. So if you are not getting positive feeling for them, it means we didn't have forgiven them truly, right? We didn't have forgiven them truly. First, just once more we need to think that if we say forgiveness and we are not forgiven, we should think where we are. Second point is next question. Just I want that you note it down, these questions, and minimum monthly once read out these questions and ask yourself that really, if I want to forgive anyone, or I want to see, this is the truth, right? I want to seek the truth in my life. I want to achieve the ultimate state of my soul, the liberation. That without this forgiveness, we can't get liberation also. So that's a far away, but in this life, if I want to be happy and I want to live my life peacefully and with full of energy, I need first to forgive all. So the first question is, if I have forgiven, do I get a positive feeling on saying or thinking about the person who has harmed or hurted me? The next question is, if given a chance, would you help the person in his difficult time who had hurt or harmed you? I think, can we do interactive, because it's like if you're so Purva is saying yes, she can help. Good, if you can help, but you can help by heart, or it's only for, okay, I'm helping others also, so also this person, or heartily, what you feel? What do you feel? Maybe you can. Generally, we have grudges. We, all of us, have that type of somewhere in, we can't do that with full of energy. When your friend is there, you say he or she is your best friend, you love them, and if they want your help, you will help them with excitement, right? But that person, that person who is who who had harmed or hurted us will think twice, should I help or not, right or wrong? Can you express any your ideas, like what happened when you did like this in any, and all of us are getting that chance in our life. It happens that we have to do it, we should do it, but we'll think twice. He harmed me, she harmed me, she cheated me. That time I was also in need. She didn't help me. She didn't help me. Now, why should I? Right? We are not forgiving them. So always on every Samvatsari, we are asked that each other, michhami dukram, khamat khama. We are telling this, but it's the formality. It becomes only formality. In reality, is it that? Really, are we forgiven? All of us should ask this question to us. My next question, if you're truly forgiven, if you've truly forgiven that person, would you want to see him successful? Just yes or no. Don't say yes or no. Just imagine that any person with whom your relation are not good, that person harmed, hurted, or anything did bad for you. And remember that person and then imagine that from your heart what you want for them. Their being successful is okay, but do you want, is your wish that they should be, I want to see them successful? Ask yourself. Happens? What happens? What feelings comes? Which type of feelings are coming in our mind, in our heart? What emotions we feel for them? If okay, they are being successful by their effort, you will say okay, they are being successful. But are you wishing for it from your heart that they should be successful? Successful? Yes or no? Like for your friends, your colleagues, like not all colleagues, well, like your friends, your siblings, your parents, your kids, you want whatever, whoever are your uh, list of in your lovable people, like whom you love, you are love, you are loving them, and all for all of them you want from your heart that they should be successful. But for that person, can you wish that I want to see them on the top? Yes or no? Ask yourself. What happens that time, Ria? I think you can unmute yourself. What happens if this situation comes to you? What happens? Which type of feeling? You can, if you don't mind, you can open your video also. Start your video. Yeah. What happens when this type of situation comes?
Um, so like, are you asking if I truly forgive them, what I want to see them successful?
Hmm.
Like, I think I would, because whatever has happened, it has happened, and you yourself will think twice before like getting into a situation like that again. But I mean that has already happened, so you still want to have a positive life and a positive atmosphere. So, but if you yourself are putting that barrier between the person, um, that will create a negative atmosphere. Um, if you have bad feelings or bad intentions or opinions of the person, um, so I mean you do have to be careful in what you do decide in the future. But I think, um, that personally I do want to see like someone else be successful. So they could have a positive life and so can I. And there's no conflict.
Yeah, we can thank it like when we only thinking or discussing that time, but in real life it is happening. Is it happening?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, good, good. Purva?
Hi, well, I mean, oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Samani.
Hmm.
You want me to answer the question too?
Yeah. So the same thing, like we generally say that we've forgiven, but it happens when we wish that that person should be successful, or uh, like for your parents, your uh, best friends, your sisters, you want that they should be successful in their life, they should be on the top of their career. But that person who had once who had cheated you or hurted you, harmed you, anything like that, he did the worst with you. But when you are telling that I have forgiven them, that person, then would you want to see him successful?
Uh, I think so. I think that we maybe we think that we've forgiven someone a little bit earlier than we actually like. I think it takes a little bit more time. Like there's like the initial point where you're like, oh, I forgive someone, but then um I guess this would be like a true test on like have you actually forgiven them, is if you could answer this kind of question. I'd say yes, maybe, because unless because forgiveness would mean that you no longer believe that there's a conflict. So I guess if you don't have conflict, then but the absence of conflict doesn't necessarily mean, I guess, that you would wish
Yeah, sure.
success.
Yeah. So you want to avoid conflicts. You can avoid conflicts, but you do you want to see them? Like it's your wish. Do you have that wish that they
I don't know if I do, but I can say that you should. Yes, like ideally.
not in real life? What do you want? We should, but do you have?
I think that maybe I wouldn't actively be like, wow, I really hope they're successful. But in this scenario that they are successful, I would be happy for them. Like maybe I wouldn't be like I want my sisters to be successful because they're related to me, but maybe I'd be like, oh, if they are successful,
Not
that is good.
sisters, not sisters. Any
Yeah,
person who
right.
did worse for you.
I think I would be pretty neutral about it. I don't wish like ill upon them, but I don't know if I would wish
Generally,
so much.
yeah, generally what you're right. Generally what we do, and like when we think about ideal, what should be ideal, it's that by that point of view we will think, yeah, we should wish this. But when in real life we come, if we are not like hurt them, we don't have hatred for them, but we will not generally we don't wish for them that they should be successful, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I agree.
It happens. Means that forgiveness is, it means we started that forgiveness, but we still very far from that true forgiveness. Okay. One next question is, if circumstance arises in which you have to live with that person, would you? You told that I have truly forgiven that person, and that person had did worst for you from all the aspects. So, would you live with that person? Rushil and Raji?
Um, I think so. Yes. if we had to. It would be hard though, living with the person who did, like if they hurted you, then it would be hard.
It will be hard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any other? Arhan, what will you do?
All right. Excuse me. So, I mean, like, if circumstance arrives, because from what I usually do, I usually forgive a person after they do something. So I wouldn't really mind because I've already forgave them. I would, yeah.
You will live with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But by heart, or it's because it's circumstances, you have to.
No, but it's by heart because, like, I've already forgave them for what they've done. So I really don't have.
I'm asking for real life. I'm asking
No,
for.
no, no. Like in real life, I forgive people very easily.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
So there would be no problem.
One more question. That person is like you said that you forgiven and but somewhere something is there. You feel like that. I think we feel generally. So would you praise or appreciate his good qualities in front of the other people? If you have any chance, uh, you get chance that you can appreciate or praise his good qualities in front of other people. So would you?
Uh,
Generally, yeah, I don't know. I'm asking the other now, okay?
okay.
So in all these situations, you remember that person with whom something happened and you feel that that was very worst incident or worst thing of my life, and that person could feel that he or she did worst with you, and you forgiven them even if they're not been asked. After that you forgiven, and now if you get chance that other people are talking about something, and you know that that person has that quality, very good quality, and will you appreciate or praise for him or her? Can you with it?
Yes.
Like, not for just formality, like sometimes we do it for formality, like for at present, like whoever is your best friend or your sisters, your parents, you know very many things, many good qualities about them, and when you get chance, you will heartily praise them, appreciate them, right?
Yeah.
But that person with whom you your relations broke or anything uh, went wrong, and after that, would you praise or appreciate?
I think that any good quality should be appreciated no matter what circumstance you're in, and whatever this person has done to you, no matter what. I think any good quality should be praised and uplifted in society. So I think, yeah, no matter what this person has done, I think it's also important to praise and appreciate this good quality.
It's important, I know it's important, but can we do in our life, in real
Yeah.
life, are we doing applying this or not? So like it's all about forgiveness, that we in Jainism, forgiveness is the, like we can say, it's a supreme what's the word? I don't get the appropriate, not getting that appropriate word, but it's the highest thing which we need to achieve if we want to achieve liberation, the ultimate goal of Jainism, right? So this forgiveness without it, and in social life also, in our practical life also, if we see that without forgiveness, we can't live peacefully. So it's very, I think, very hard. No?
Yeah, it seems hard, and when it comes to that circumstance, sometimes we let it go and don't praise this good quality. But in general, I think, yeah, it's a good idea, and no matter what happens with this person, they should always be praised for this good quality that they have. It's important to do that, yeah, and we should be doing it in our lives.
Okay. Yeah. Arushi, what are you saying about this?
I would say that it depends, like how bad the situation is. If that person did something really bad, then I probably wouldn't. But if it was something like that I can forgive, then I probably would.
Okay. And any other? Who is that? Want to say anything about this? What will you do? Paridhi?
Yeah, I agree, because I feel every person has negativities and positivities in them. And it's really a good thing to motivate them when we praise them about their positivities, because then they're encouraged to work on it more, because they realize that that is what people really like about them. So that way they can build up on it.
That's at the state of thinking, it's good, but and it's right also. But how much we can do? So we have to. I think we should ask these questions as daily, if not possible. We should keep in mind, and we should ask this question. Like we should monthly or bi-weekly, we should give some few minutes for this question to think. Then only we can make ourselves free. Because forgiveness, what is forgiveness? Nelson Mandela says, forgiveness liberates the soul. It removes fear. That is why it is such a powerful weapon. If we don't have forgiven the person, we will have always the fear that I don't like that person, I don't want to live with that person, and that fear will make us more weaker. So forgiveness, we should forgive, and in practical life, in the ground of thought, it's okay. We think many things, but in practical life, we should apply it. And reconciliation definition, we can say here that how we should apply this to restore the relations. After forgiveness, we will restore the relations. And to restore relation, what we should do? We should settle differences and coexist in harmony. So we should try it. And in Jainism, Lord Mahavira told that Kame me sabba jiva kamantu me. Mitti me sabba bhuesu veram machanakene. Many times you have heard this, many times you have recited it. But now we should apply it in our life. So Kame me sabba jive. I'm forgiving all living beings. All living beings also forgive me, and all living beings are my friends. No one is my enemy. So that supreme forgiveness is, I think, very hard, but not impossible. By contemplation of forgiveness, we can achieve that supreme forgiveness also. Lord Mahavira, when he was during his sadhana kal, like he was doing sadhana, the period of sadhana, that time the Sangam Dev came and he troubled him for 6 months. Lord Mahavira had a supreme forgiveness, and because of that only he gave forgiveness him, that Sangam Dev. But when he was returning after 6 months, because that Sangam Dev got only 6 months from Indra. So when he was returning, that time, Lord Mahavira's eyes filled with tears. And Sangam became happy that, wow, at last I met him, feel that I gave him trouble. But when he asked for Mahavira, Bhagavan Mahavira replied that in this world, people will get liberation, get rid of karma because of me. But you attracted karma by harmed me or hurted me, like by giving all these troubles to me. So it was a supreme forgiveness that Lord Mahavira was not thinking about himself when he was getting that all troubles. But when that person was, that Sangam Dev was going back, that time thinking about him, that this person, how will he get rid of this, all this karma which he achieved during this 6 months. So contemplation of forgiveness is very powerful, and by that we can do it. We can achieve that supreme forgiveness also. So if you have any question first, otherwise we can do for a few minutes contemplation of forgiveness, how to do it. Any question? Okay, then sit comfortably, and posture should be Gyan Mudra, and gently close your eyes. Keep your back and neck straight. Inhale as long as you can, and while exhaling, do the humming sound. Repeat this for 3 times. Silent. Relax your body. focus your attention on the bridge of the nose, the center of vital energy. Feel the touch of your breath. With a long inhalation, produce the particles of friendliness inside you. Now suggest to yourself that I wish for my own progress, for my own auspiciousness, as well as for my own well-being. I wish my right knowledge to be increased, my intuition to be awakened, my serenity to be developed, and my body to be healthy. Now, while exhaling, spread the particles of friendliness everywhere around you and fill your aura with these particles of love. Feel that the particles of love and friendliness are everywhere around you and inside you. The air passing through your body will make others happy and cheerful. Now, first of all, suggest to yourself that everybody in this world is my friend. I have friendliness with all. I wish for everybody's progress, auspiciousness, and well-being. Spread the particles of love in all directions. Now, pass your best wishes to those people who live around you. Contemplate that you are all my friends. I have true friendship with you. I wish for your progress, auspiciousness, and well-being. I wish your knowledge to be increased and that you may experience serenity and inner bliss. I wish that You achieve the pleasure of friendliness. Now visualize those people for whom you have negative feelings. Make the image clear. Bring it close to you and say to that image, I want to meet you. I want to come close to you. I request you to come close to me. We will build a new relation, a healthy relation. You are my friend, and I wish for your progress, auspiciousness, and well being. Give the positive vibrations to that person. I am truly forgiving you. I am setting myself free from all those grudges. Khamimi sabba jive, sabbe jiva khamantu me, metti me sabba bhuesu, veram majjanakene. Feel the positive vibrations towards that person. Send the positive vibrations to that person. Now take deep and long and deep breath with the particles of friendliness. And feel that while you are exhaling, the particles are spreading all over the world. Take 2 or 3 deep breaths. Complete the meditation. So now, any of you have any question? No question? Okay.
You can unmute yourself if you want to ask question.
I think it's very clear, but it's practically you need to apply because right. So okay. Now we should try. Now it's time to set ourselves free. Let's start the journey to set ourselves free from all the grudges. By that, we can improve ourselves and also help others. Om Arham. Mangal Path. Namo Arhantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayaryanam, Namo Vachchayanam, Namo Loye Sabba Sahunam, Iso Panchanamukkaro Sabba Pav Panasanam, Manglanancha Sabbesim, Paramam Havai Mangalam, Chattari Mangalam, Arhanta Mangalam, Siddha Mangalam, Sahu Mangalam, Kevali Pannatto Dhammo Mangalam, Chattari Loguttama, Arhanta Loguttama, Siddha Loguttama, Sahu Loguttama, Kevali Pannatto Dhammo Loguttamo, Chattari Saranam Pavachami, Arhante Saranam Pavachami, Siddhe Saranam Pavachami, Sahu Saranam Pavachami, Kevali Pannattam Dhammam Saranam Pavachami. विघ्न हरण मंगल करण स्वाम भीक्षुनो नाम गुण ओलक समरण किया सरे अचिंत्याकाम सरे अचिंत्याकाम सरे अचिंत्याकाम. So now you don't have any next session. You can join by 7 o'clock.